Hello, peoples of the interwebs. I am once again Zarlin, and today I am showing you what I plan on playing in the Limit 1 festival that just started. So, this is uh, a rock based deck. We've got some Fossil Fusion and some Adamancipator stuff that I mostly had. I had all of the Adamancipator stuff because I played Adamancipator on ladder back when Masterful Duel first started. But besides that, we got a lot of rock stuff, and it's actually doing quite well for me. So there's a lot of like third and fourth best cards that you can get put into this deck because it's not that great, but because you're limited to one copy per deck, you can run some of these lesser cards, like Nemesis Keystone. Since you're banishing a lot of rocks with usually like Block Dragon and stuff like that, we've got this that can shuffle that banished monster back into the deck to special summon itself, and then you can use it for link plays or whatever, and then you can banish it itself afterwards. It's it's great. Maxi is here because it's Maxi and also it's Earth, so it synergizes with our Block Dragon and some of our other cards, but you're lucky if you see it. Doki Doki is, of course, one of the Adamancipator cards. It's a rock, it can get you to your other rocks quite easily. Then we've got two of our Adamancipators here. They special summon themselves, search the top 5 cards, they're great. I'm not a big fan of Block Golem, but it's an okay. It's basically the 40th card in here. It's it's very situational, mostly because by the time you're getting to Block Golem, you might already have some of these extra deck monsters in the grave that turn it off. So it's not great, but like I said, it's basically the 40th card. You could probably fit a whole bunch of different other stuff in here. Sentry Soldier of Stone is very interesting because it's basically a free body. If you have it in the graveyard and you have rocks on the field, only rocks, gets a special summon itself, do link plays. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, Flint Kragger is part of the Fossil Fusion package that I kind of added because they're rocks, and I figured they would work well. I've only really gotten Fossil Fusion off once. It's, of course, a lot harder because you only have one copy, but they're rocks. They do things. It's pretty cool. But what aren't rocks actually are these punks. But they are Earth. And that's kind of the big point, is that them being Earth monsters, you can banish them for Block Dragon and still be okay. But you want to get Xiamen. Xiamen can grab Madame Spider, and Madame Spider grabs basically a negate trap. Not too terrible. Rock Spirit and Gigantes basically serve the same purpose. You banish a rock, while banish an earth, and you have a rock monster on field. Barrier Statue is just kind of here because we're special summoning a bunch of earths. It does lock you out of all of the link plays that I have, but usually if you can just sit on this after you've got some of your big bunguses on the field, it's hard for the opponent to do much. We've got our Kokai, Kokiri, whatever their names are. The Guardian, actually running Overlord, and I was always running Supplier. But Overlord works kind of similarly to Guardian, but it negates summons instead of monster activations. Then we've got Revival Golem. We want to dump this with like our Foolish Burial or our Miracle Rapture. Tackle Crusader is kind of like a tech option. Can flip a monster face down if you don't want to deal with it, or it can send a face up spell or trap to the hand when it's sent to the graveyard. Here's our last Adamancipator. He's pretty good. I don't know why he was semi-limited out of everything of regular Adamancipator, but whatever. Weathering Soldier is part of the Fossil Fusion package. Xeno Guitar, we want to be sending this to the grave and banishing it as much as possible to get as much value out of this as we possibly can. Shell Knight is another one of the Fossil Fusion packages. I just wanted more rocks to do rock things. Pancratops is an earth, and he's a really good earth at that. Of course, we've got Block Dragon, basically the glue that keeps this deck together. And then Cataclysmic Crustified Calcified, whatever his name is. Really, really interesting card that kind of just like can throw your opponent off. And the only non-earth we have in the main deck is Nibiru, which of course we can grab if we need it with Gallet Granite, but whatever. Then I'm running a bunch of stuff. We got a lot of spell trap hate in here with Twin Twisters, Feather Duster, Lightning Storm. And we've got Monster Reborn. Do the Monster Reborn thing. Foolish Burial. We want to be either dumping like Revival Golem or Block Dragon, usually with this. This is basically Monster Reborn for Adamancipators. This is a weird card, but we can search it, so that's why I'm running it. This is another basically Foolish Burial for rocks. And this Catapult Zone is a wonderful Foolish Burial for rocks. It makes it so either your opponent attacks into you, they don't destroy your card, and B, if they do attack, you get to send whatever rock monster you want to the grave, usually Block Dragon. I've had, when testing this, having Barrier Statue and Catapult Zone up is kind of hard for the opponent to deal with. Then, of course, we got Twin Twisters. Rock Bombardment is a slower way to get rocks into the graveyard. Solemn Judgment is basically card 39. And Release from Stone grabs anything from the graveyard, or the banish zone that's rock. So you get to recycle more rock monsters with that. It's okay in certain situations, but... Then we got our Fossil Fusions. They're okay. They're mostly like big bunguses that do stuff when they're in the graveyard. Our Adamancipator Synchros with Barone. This is basically an extender. Spell Trap Negate. Barone with our Omnigate. Destruction Effect. Blah, blah, blah. Of course, we got Gallet Granite to search out whatever rock we need. And the Spice, I gotta use the Redoer whenever I feel like I can, especially since I have it in Royal Rare. He's my boy. And we've got a lot of 4s in here to make rank 4s. And then just your generic Link package. Cerberus would probably be good in here as well, but I really wanted the Spell Trap Negate from Phoenix. But of course, Cerberus is an Earth, so do with that what you will. Then IP, Unicorn, Apollosa, and Code Talker. So yeah, And then I'm just going to show you kind of like the power that we can do in this limited one format. Yeah, that's kind of like the high bar power level that this deck can reach. So tell me what you think in the comments below, and like, subscribe, bell, whatever. Tell me what you're playing in the Limit One Festival, if you are playing Limit One Festival, and all that. Uh, have a wonderful evening, and I will speak to you next time. And remember to look both ways before you cross the street.